Today, it's hard to imagine Kennesaw State University as anything but a sprawling campus with more than 100 buildings and tens of thousands of students. But 50 years ago, in place of today's modern university, there were only rolling hills and a vision to bring the opportunity of higher education to the people of Northwest Georgia.
In the mid-60s, it was crucially important for Northwest Georgia to have a college because there were no four-year institutions in the university system of Georgia in the old 7th Congressional District, which ran all the way from Cobb County up to the Tennessee line.
In 1963, the Board of Regents voted unanimously to place a new junior college in Cobb County. 150 acres of former farmland were soon transformed into a commuter campus, with 8 buildings as the foundation for a bright future and what would become Kennesaw Junior College.
It was a very small college that closed down on Fridays by noon and didn't open again until Monday morning.
Before the first classes were held, longtime educator Horace Sturgis was named as the first president. On July 1st, 1965, he assumed his duties at a college lacking faculty, students, books, or buildings. He spent 2 years building a foundation, assembling the resources to realize his dream.
He was very strict and tough, but I think that was productive in the early days.
He was solid and laid a foundation that you wouldn't believe. This little 2-year college, he referred to it as the Harvard and the Pines.
Building a high-quality faculty and staff was job number 1.
What we did very well, and that was the spirit from the very beginning, that we only offered freshman and sophomore courses, but we were going to do a better job of teaching those freshman and sophomore courses than anybody else in the state of Georgia.
Diversity was also an important part of supporting his vision of a junior college with Ivy League qualities.
It was like a small community, a family. That's how we all thought about Kennesaw.
Students, too, have been pioneers since first setting foot on campus.
Students were behind going from a 2-year to a 4-year institution. They championed that cause. And that is one step along the pathway for Kennesaw that has made it the fantastic institution it is today.
In June 1980, during Sturgis's final commencement, he awarded Kennesaw College's first bachelor's degrees. The first female president of the University System of Georgia was Dr. Betty Seigel. She began in 1981 and immediately got to work further transforming the campus and the public perception of Kennesaw College.
My first year at Kennesaw, we had just recently achieved 4-year status. That year we burned Kennesaw Junior College in effigy and loudly proclaimed to the public, "Don't call us junior anymore."
She was ready to try anything, and having a president who was really open to new ideas and looked to expand and increase the number of programs and had a lot of imagination in doing that, that was a great benefit.
Steady growth of academics, athletics, and student enrollment led to Kennesaw achieving university status in 1996. The school's new status was followed by a flurry of construction from the late 90s through the early 2000s as the campus added new academic buildings and student housing.
Kennesaw State today is the 3rd biggest university in the state, and all through those years of Betty Seigel's tenure, it was continuing to grow. President Papp came on and it exploded.
In 2006, Dr. Daniel Papp, a world-class educator and a visionary leader, began his term as only the 3rd president in KSU's history.
Betty Seigel, that was a big set of glasses to fill. And I think Dan has done an exceptional job. And it goes all the way through the faculty and administrators.
Right now we have about 25,000 students. This university, what was at the time of its inception, again, a junior college, this junior college started with 1,017 students. So we've had a 25-fold increase in the number of students that we've educated here at Kennesaw State.
The student body isn't just growing, it's changing. The development of first-class teaching facilities, dining halls, athletics facilities, and on-campus housing has resulted in a younger student population.
KSU always had many non-traditional students, and then with the on-campus housing, then you started to see that combination of the two.
Just coming up here today, I parked in the student parking lot and I sat there for about 10 or 15 minutes. And I said, my God, it's amazing to see all these students walking. You know, it's one of the parts of the planned growth that there would be student life on campus all through the weekend, 7 days a week, 24/7.
Along with the visible changes, significant academic advancements are underway, with the designation of KSU as a comprehensive university in August 2013.
The board now recognizes that we have a full range of responsibility in teaching, in research, and in service across the entire spectrum of bachelor degrees, master's degrees, and doctoral degrees.
He's going to take it all the way in.
In addition to advances in academic offerings and research, KSU has steadily built a tradition of excellence in its athletics programs. After winning a number of Division II national titles, the NCAA granted the school Division I status in 2009. Faculty, staff, students, and supporters were especially excited when the university's first football program was recently approved.
Football is going to have a tremendous impact. We have the ability to invite a lot of people to this campus to come to our events and see all the beauty and all the great things that exist on this campus.
I think that anyone that comes to the university and on campus 30 minutes to an hour, they can feel the spirit of this university.
That spirit has been the driving force behind KSU for the last 50 years, and it will continue to drive change and innovation on this vibrant campus well into the future.
The sky is the limit. I go out to national conferences and I say Kennesaw State, and people say, oh yeah, I've heard about you guys. You're on the move. You're really doing great things. And so I think from an academic perspective, a facilities perspective, and of course football, I just think that we are going to be abuzz for the next several years and very quickly find our way to national prominence and preeminence.
Seeing the students succeed, seeing their alums come back to campus, seeing the success of our alums out in the field are all extremely rewarding, not just for me, but I think for all of our faculty and staff as well.
In 50 years, we've gone from a junior college to an internationally recognized university. We are a force to be reckoned with, and if this is the trajectory for Kennesaw State, I can't wait to see what happens.